Hello, everyone. This is Anita from Happiness Factors, where we are building the bridge between emotional wellness and the holistic best of the East and West. And if you want to find out more details, do visit us at www.happinessfactors with the s.com. That is happinessfactors.com. And we are also on all over social media, so definitely connect with us. And I will share the contacts later. And today I have the pleasure of welcoming Mr. Srini Veeraraghavan, who is an accomplished Indian American entrepreneur in the Bay Area, California. And he came here from India more than 20 years ago, I think approximately 22 years ago, and he has built quite a successful trail behind him. Not only is he pretty well known in the media world, but he is also well known for his property management, his software skills, and he focuses on healthcare startups and mentors them towards success. So, without further much ado, let's welcome Srini G. Veeraraghavan. So, Srini Ji, I did a little bit of introduction which did not do justice to everything you have accomplished. So, tell us something about how you came from India and what kind of businesses you run right now.
Thank you very much, Anita. It is a great pleasure once again to meet with you. And it is a great honor to be part of your program. I know that whatever I have accomplished is different, but what you have accomplished within a short span of time, it is amazing that people are following you without any reason to know. So this is really amazing. So let me tell you myself, I came to this country in 2000. So I've been in the Bay Area. Most of my life is in Bay Area. So I have been initially when I started, I was into the healthcare, the hospitals, clinics, and all. I was researching more about it. I've helped many different projects where there is a lot of issues. Like I've handled a very difficult task like fraud judgment, offer and compromise. I have taken over companies from negative to 4 times the revenue. So yeah, I've taken over companies out of bankruptcy. I did quite an amazing exit strategy for those who are not able to get out of the bankruptcy. So a lot of litigation cases. So I've handled different varieties of. I'm helping a lot of startups, and I've been helping in raising the funds as well as mentoring them how to go to the next level. So I'm helping them for the seed capital. So I've been in the media industry. So I've hosted more than 50 concerts in the last 4 or 5 years. I've been associated with a lot of good artists. My passion is to help Indian American community for the growing children how to explore themselves and be a part of the Bollywood community. So to bring that Bollywood into Hollywood or to help the Indian young kids to explore this opportunity. So
that's amazing. So you are multifaceted and multi-talented in so many different fields, right? From
yeah.
healthcare to media to Bollywood. Nice. So I would definitely, I think lots of viewers would want to connect with you because whichever field they are interested in, right? So it's
Yeah.
very, very diverse. So tell me a little bit about like when you came from India and you were new here. How long did it take for you to establish yourself? And at the same time, like most people who come, they're engineers, they take a job, they stay in the job, right? And so you decided to choose a totally different path, go into Bollywood and go into your own entrepreneurship journey when at that time it wasn't even that much popular like it is right now, right? So what kind of struggles you had to face and what made you decide that, okay, I can do it. So let me take this step. And also like how did you land here and what were some of the early struggles, because that will help our viewers who come newly from another country and want to have a successful life in the US.
So basically, whenever anybody coming to the US, it's quite challenging.
Yeah.
It's a very challenging. You are new to the entire world. It's a different part of the world actually. When people are coming from India, they do not know anything what's going on here. The
Yes.
system, how the system works here, it takes at least 3 to 4 years even for you to understand what is needed to be successful.
Yeah.
So fortunately, I had a great opportunity to be part of some innovative projects. As I mentioned to you about the hospitals, one of the hospitals, which is under the amazing opportunity. I was chairing 13 people team. It was really a great project. With that project, I had gained a lot of confidence. I worked with all top officials. So I was able to, so that way I found the way how to handle the situation. But not everybody get that opportunity. So if you're having a tech job, you're going to go there 9 to 6, you're going to go there and you do whatever you are assigned to do. So in our case, I'm a finance guy. I'm a chartered accountant, cost accountant, and I'm into finance. So this is a unique opportunity. Even though I came to this country for a software project, I converted myself into finance because which is more stability. For example, people who are coming from India, as you asked me the advice, because US is a wide spread, and if they are getting into software, they may be post now pandemic. Everybody can work from home. Everybody can stay and do anything. But during those days, people are transferred from one city to another, one state to another. That become a big challenging for the tech jobs. Your family is one place and you are one place, and it becomes a total havoc, I can say. And then after some time, people realize, see, people in other part of the world think that everything is rosy here, everything can be structured. You have to come here, then only you will know what each and every individual over here was successful today, but what they have to go through, right?
That's true. Yeah, because I think over there they only see the glitz and the glamour. They don't see the struggles and the hard work.
I can see that each and every one of us has to go through in this country, no matter what. Everybody who has come to this country, whether they come in the 80s or 70s or 90s or 2000, whatever it is, they have to go through this process because the system works like this here. So I think there's a huge potential, huge opportunity. If you know how to handle it, you can do it.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's always important to come with the right mindset and the learner's mindset, as well as maybe try to get a mentor so that you make less mistakes than you would otherwise, right? And also, and you fall down less times. But also, yeah, it's very important not just to get impressed by, oh, I'll have this much money, I'll have this much house, or I'll have such a cushy job, because there'll always will be struggles, because real life is different than the movie life, right?
Yes,
Right,
of
like in
course.
Bollywood, same in Hollywood. Yeah, so that's amazing. So tell me a little bit about, did you come here like with your family and your daughter, and
Yes.
how it was different from if you had been in India with the family?
So,
Like, what kind of mental changes or mindset and values changes you had to make to be really like gel with the society here and have your family and your daughter, who's a highly acclaimed singer, like get success here?
so basically, like if I would have been in India, my system would have been totally different. So you are associated with so many relatives and friends, and you are totally you are not by yourself.
Yeah.
So many families are together, and it when you are coming from all the way from there, you are totally on your own.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, whether it is good or bad, it depends on you. So you have to struggle, means you have to struggle. So what that this helps in making each one of them to be independent. This system works in this country. Is a beauty of this is every one of them is independent. So India, if you are in India, like there will be 4 or 5 servants working for you, doing different stuffs. Here you have to do everything. You have to if you have to wash laundry, you have to wash dishes, you have to do it everything by yourself. So that's a different thing, because the mindset in India is totally different from here. There's, for example, woman empowerment. People are talking about woman empowerment in India. I do not know what is the real meaning of woman empowerment in India, because you have to give equal rights, equal, everything should be equal. And so that is another thing which is causing a problem in the other part of the world. So to be honest, my daughter has learned a lot of stuff, and she's independent right from the. You might have seen so many interviews of her, and she's totally independent. She takes her own decision, whether it is for a concert, whether it is for her school, whatever it is. So that's totally different, actually, because she's brought up like that. She's all through her life. She is only in the US, so she only knows how the other kids are here, brought up here. So that's the main thing.
So what was some of the struggles of bringing up a child here?
So the challenge here is in India, we do it or whatever the parent says, the children does. Here, here children they do it what they want.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't mean that they are doing something wrong. They do it as they are more knowledgeable. They understand the culture is totally different from here. So here they are totally open-minded. So they do it everything with an open system. And for example, in India, we say that if the elders are there, you have to give respect, all those things. But here, they give more respect in understanding and doing things which is not like in India. To be honest, the kids over here are much better than kids in India.
That's great to know, because most of the time when I talk to people, they say that here the teenage is really difficult to manage for the kids, because kids get crazy and they start drinking young and dating young and all that. So I guess maybe like the way you have explained, it also depends on what kind of values or what kind of respect those kids have for their parents, right?
Yes.
So that even when they are not getting controlled, but they are at the same time, out of respect and out of the values, keeping themselves sane, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
That's right.
Because many of my friends who have had teenage kids, there's lots of stories to share, right? So I would say, so yeah, so but it's always nice to know that you and your wife are able to keep those values intact, at the same time give the right independence so that the daughter can be successful, right? And that's the right
So
for it.
we keep the same values what we teach in India. So we give them spiritual advice, spiritual knowledge. We give them more spirituality.
Oh,
that's how. That's very important. That's keep them going. That's keep them. So I totally understand what the value that Indian kids are being brought up. They are given the very good spiritual knowledge.
That's nice. That's important for mental peace, as well as to not get too crazy.
Yeah, that's
or
true.
fall into bad habits or peer pressure, right?
Yes, right.
That's very important. So tell me something like about maybe one or two struggles you and your family had when you were new here, when you didn't know many people, and you were still trying to establish yourself.
So, for example, if you are when I came to this country, I had a lot of challenges. I joined a company where I had a limited opportunity, and whether it is in terms of compensation, whether in terms of the promotion or whatever you call it as. So I have to do it within that means, what is available to me. And it was a big, big challenge, I can say, because to overcome that stage, that you are not dependent on anybody, you can do it by yourself. You know only when you get an opportunity to do that. Okay. So when you're depending on some employer, then you are totally locked. So you cannot do anything. So when once you know your strength, you know there is a way to create. You have seen me, right? You have heard about me, that I create my own way of finding things and do things.
That's amazing.
So yeah, that's how you can. So many people gone through this pandemic and they are not able to be survive. So irrespective of the fact of so many challenges, we were able to be successful is because we find a way to come out of the struggles.
Yeah. No, that's very, very important. And like you mentioned, like having the confidence and realizing that, okay, alone I can be successful, which most people who come as immigrants might not have, because they are already dealing with so much of, I would say, changes and the culture shock. Like for me, for example, the first thing was the culture shock and no people on the streets, right? Because it was less populated than it is right now here. So I would say like many people have those, and also of course the weather change, the lingo change, or the way people perceive or like take things, right? It's totally different. So but it's very amazing. Like, so you had already that entrepreneurial, not just spirit, but also that confidence in within you that, okay, I can go out on my own and can make it happen, right? No one can stop me.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's it. So what kind of advice would you give to someone, suppose, who wants to immigrate to US, but not in a traditional tech engineer job?
Okay.
Because that's easy. Like you get a salary and you are like set. You get your green card. And, yeah.
So first of all, you have to understand your positive and strength. If you know your strength, you want to do something, you keep focusing on that dream. So as President Obama said before, that this is the only country which makes dream come true. That is why it is called American dream. So when certainly each and every individual who come to this country, if they focus well, if they do well, if they stick to their goals, they will achieve it. Like, for example, you are there, okay? You wanted to have your happiness factors. You're keeping that in your mind. You never leave it. You find a way to do it, right? So that can happen only here. So
I mean, right now, I think the startups are doing well even in India, but before there was no opportunity.
But right now, because as far as American dream is concerned, this is the only country where the dream come true. India has so many people, so many things, but when you dream, it doesn't mean that you can get it. But here you will get it.
Yeah, I hope so. That's what I'm betting on, right? Because they say like in America, 50% of the startups die within the first year. I've crossed that mark. Then another, I think 70% die within the first 5 years. I'm almost crossing that mark. But but that's true. Like being an entrepreneur is a lot of risk and very little reward. You are working long hours without getting any paycheck. And you have to make a lot of sacrifices till it becomes a success. That's the thing. Because the people who don't do that, those are the people I think who, after 1 or 2 years, they go back to corporate. And I have a lot of friends in the startup world who had AI startups and others who have done that already. They went back to Cisco or some other company, right? They could not take it more than.
They could not take it. Some of my friends also, they started even in the healthcare sector. They started a lab and. So they went back to, they are tech people. They tried to get something into this healthcare arena, but there's so many healthcare startups gone out of a tech startup. So everything gone out of the way. So it's all because so many big giants, they're eating them up.
Yes. No, that's true. So I guess you have to, when you have a startup, you have to not just be prepared to work in limited resources. You have to have that resilient spirit that, okay, I'll keep on going till I make it. There's no other option, right?
Yeah.
That's
That
what
is
my dad used to say, like, try again unless you succeed. So basically, keep on trying till you get the success. There's no failure, right?
That's true.
So, yeah,
That's true.
yeah,
There's no question of failure.
yeah. So maybe tell me something in Tamil, because I know Tamil is in a native language, like about the American dream. So that the people who speak, I unfortunately don't speak that language, but I would love for you to say maybe some things in your language, so that the viewers who want to listen to it, they also get it.
அமெரிக்காவுக்கு வரும்போது நல்ல வேலை பண்ணீங்கன்னா நிறைய பணம் கிடைக்கும். நல்ல உங்களுடைய ட்ரீம்லாம் நல்லபடியாக நடக்கும். இந்த 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 ஊருக்கு வந்தால் நிறைய ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி இருக்குது. நல்லா பண்ணலாம், நிறைய பணம் சம்பாதிக்கலாம். அங்கேருந்து பார்க்குற மாதிரி இருக்காது, இங்கே வந்து பார்த்தா தான் அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி நீங்கள் நல்லா வேலை பண்ணீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு நல்ல பலன் கிடைக்கும்.
So you'll have to translate it for me. So you were talking about the American dream, right? Yeah.
If you come to US, if you come to US and whatever you are dreaming, you can get it done if you work hard.
Yes. Yeah, there's no shortcut to working
There's
hard.
no
That's
shortcut. Yeah.
like there's no quick success, or like people think, okay, I'll do this one day and everything I'll have it. Yeah, no, that's true. And also I think with any startups, it's more risky than getting a paycheck in a company, because you have to strive and really work hard to show why you should get the funding or why you should get the business compared to your competitor, right? So
correct.
Like hone it till you become the best and outshine everyone else. Yeah.
Correct.
So what other message would you give to someone who wants to immigrate to US, especially with a family or a small kid, or like what kind of things they should be prepared for apart from their job or their career?
So whenever they are doing the career, working for somebody, they also find a way what they are skilled, what they can do, because there must be an alternative income in order to be successful in your career. It's not just only the salaried income which can take you to the next level. So you have to identify what you are good at and how you can explore that to make it more beneficial for you. So that's the most important thing. So, for example, a tech guy is working in a Cisco or somewhere. If he saves some certain amount of money, then okay, where to invest this? Whether you want to get into a property, so how to get the rental income going. So you have to understand there are so many different ways of making money in this country. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Some people do some cash business. Some people do some innovative tech products. Some people do Amazon. So there's so many potential opportunities available. There is so you can do your job on the one side and do the other things on the other side. So then you can grow. So that's why I said that here only that American dream come true. It can happen. Anybody can achieve this kind of opportunity. Not many places has it.
No, that's true. And also here, I think if people are willing to work hard and look at whatever sources of revenue are available, like you said, like not just depend on one particular source of income, have alternative means, so that even if one has some issue, they are still supported and still they don't become homeless, right? And also if they have a ambitious goal, then they are able to achieve it later down the line. So be open and be willing to learn and be willing to get out of their comfort zone in order to really be successful. Correct. Any other parting words before we end this interview?
Just want to, I am a successful management consultant, so I'm more than happy to provide any consulting work, and whether it is a startup, whether it is healthcare, whether it is tech, whether it is real estate, you can always contact me, Srini. 510-825-8729 is my cell number, or you can email me ushmsinc@gmail.com, or Srini514@yahoo.com. Thank you, Anita.
No, thank you, Srini. So viewers, here you got some really amazing tips on how to become successful as an immigrant, not just Indian American immigrant, but any immigrant. If you are coming from another country, another place, just be prepared for all the culture shock, or be prepared to adapt to how things work here. Get yourself a mentor and be willing to look at alternate sources of making money or revenue, and don't be afraid to go after your goals, because they are very, very achievable. As Sriniji mentioned, like it's possible to achieve your American dream if you are willing to take the risks, have the resilience and perseverance, and are open to new ideas and get out of your comfort zone. So with this, we say namaste to Sriniji, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.